In this lesson, we're going to be learning on how to perform polynomial long division. If you already know numerical long division, which chances are you do, then you're in luck because it will follow the same easy steps. The first step is going to be divide, then multiply, then subtract, then bring down. These steps will be repeated until the remainder stage. So let's have a look at a very simple numerical division example. Let's say we have 71 divided by 2. We would divide the very first number here, 7, by 2. So that number would be equal to 3 because that would be the number that could produce 7 without overshooting it. So 3 times 2 is going to be 6. So 7 subtracted by 6 is going to be 1. And then we would bring down the 1 here. So that will be 11. Then 11 divided by 2 is going to be 5. Because again, that is the value that would produce 11 without overshooting it. So 5 times 2 is going to be 10. And then we subtract 11 by 10, and that would produce the 1. And 1 is less than 2, so we're on the remainder stage. So that means that the final answer here is going to be 35 plus 1 divided by 2, or 35 and a half. Let's have a look at this polynomial division problem. So for our dividend, we have x squared plus 3x plus 2. For our divisor, we have x plus 1. In numerical division, we aim to eliminate the dividend one value at a time, starting from left to right. Similarly, for polynomial division, we will eliminate the term one at a time from left to right. So it'd be x squared, 3x, and the 2. So let's go ahead and begin following these 4 easy steps. So the first step is to divide. So we'll have a look at the very first term of the dividend, which is x squared, and we'll look at the very first term of the divisor. So it'd be x squared divided by x. So that would give us x, right? And then we would go ahead and follow the second step, which is to multiply. So x multiplied by x here would be x squared. Then it would be a x multiply the 1. So that comes from the plus 1. That will give us x. Then we go ahead and follow the third step, which is to subtract. So x squared minus x squared is going to be 0. And then 3x minus x is going to be plus 2x. Afterwards, we're going to follow the fourth step, which is to bring down. So the thing we can bring down is the plus 2. So we're going to go ahead and bring that down. So just like that. And then we go straight back to the very first step again, which is to divide. Again, we look at the very first term that's remaining here. So we have 2x plus 2. So the first term is 2x. So 2x divided by x is going to be 2. So this is going to be 2. So 2 times x is going to be 2x. And then, can't forget the plus 1 here. So that's 2 times 1, which is going to be 2. Now, if we go ahead and go to the next step, which is to subtract, we will get 0 plus 0, which is essentially just 0. So that means that we have no remainder here, and we are finished. So that means that the final answer is going to be x plus 2. Here's another polynomial division problem. We have x squared plus 5x to the power 4 minus 8x plus 2 divided by x minus 4. What I want you to notice is for the dividend, the powers aren't in orders, and there is a missing term. For polynomial long division, we have to ensure that the powers are in order from the largest to the smallest when we go from left to right. So when we write the dividend, it is going to start off with 5x to the power 4 first, right? And then go all the way to the smallest one afterwards. The other thing is we have to add the powers that are missing. So in this case, there is an x cubed that is missing, which means that we will add it with the coefficient of 0. So that's going to be 0, x cubed plus x squared minus 8x plus 2. All of that divided by x minus 4. So we begin with the very first step, which is to divide. So we're going to divide 5x to the power 4 by x here. So that would yield us a 5x to the power of 3. Then we would multiply. So that would be 5x to the power of 4 minus 20x to the power of 3. And then we go ahead and subtract. But in this case, be careful because there's going to be a double negative. So for the very first term, that's going to be 0. And then this one is going to be 0, x to the power of 3, minus 20 x to the power of 3. And that will give us positive 20x to the power of 3. And then we're going to bring down the next term, which is x squared. So we bring it down. Bring it down here. So that is going to be plus x squared. And then we start off with the very first step again, which is to divide. So that is 20x cubed divided by x. So that will be 20x squared. And then we go ahead and multiply again. So that's going to give us 20x cubed minus 80x squared. And then we go ahead and subtract. Again, be careful with the double negative. So this is going to be 0, and this is going to be a positive 81x squared, because it is x squared minus 80x squared. So that is 81x squared, and then it's time to bring down the next term, which is minus 8x. So that is going to be minus 8x, and then we go ahead and divide again. So it is 81x to the power of 2 divided by x. That is going to be positive 81x. And this will give us 81x squared minus 324x. And then subtract. Again, another double negative. So that is going to give us positive 316x. And then we bring down the very last term. So we're nearly done. Bring it down here. So that is a positive 2. We do our division again. So if we do our 316x divided by x, that is going to be 316. This will give us 316x minus 1264. Double negative here means that our remainder is going to be 1266. So this is our remainder. This means that our final answer is going to be 5x to the power of 3. So I'm just reading the answer from the top there. Plus 20x squared plus 81x plus 316 plus the remainder, which is 1266, divided by our divisor, which is x minus 4. So this is our final answer for the polynomial long division. If you found the video to be helpful, please help support by subscribing and liking the video. Till next time, bye-bye.